Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So tonight, let's talk about Bitcoin under attack by these two specific men. Who are they? Fed Chair Powell and SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Now, why are they attacking Bitcoin? Is this done on purpose? Well, let's talk about it, and let's talk about everything else that's going on with Bitcoin. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. Right now, Bitcoin's at 64.2. I don't remember where it was this morning. I think we were a little bit higher. So we dipped all the way down to about 62.7 and then up to about 65, and now we're down. So, yeah, today was not a good day. Today was not a good day at all. Most alts, most memes, and Bitcoin all down because of those two men that attacked, right? Let's start out with the first one. First one affected everything. U.S. market was absolutely brutal today. Everything went down, right? And that's because in the U.S., we got two really bad numbers. And this is going to put Fed Chair Powell in an impossible situation. Number one, the growth of the country, GDP, came in half of expectations. So Goldman Sachs and others predicted that GDP would be growing, which means that the U.S. Economy would be growing at 3.4%. Instead, it was growing at 1.6%. That's a huge underestimation, right? Or I should say a huge overestimation. So that shows that as a country, we have slowed down dramatically, way more than people expected. But you know what? What makes this worse is inflation rose upwards, staggering amount month to month. It was anticipated that PCE was supposed to be at 2%, but instead it went up almost double to 3.7%. That's a staggering jump. Okay, so you have basically the worst combination possible. The economy is slowing down and inflation going upwards. So what is Powell going to do? If he cuts rates to spur up the economy, guess what? That's going to happen. Guess what's going to happen to inflation? It's going to go up even more, right? But then if he raises rates, which would be absolutely disastrous to cut inflation, well, that means the economy will slow down more and GDP will go into the negatives. So basically, he's in an impossible situation right now where he can't cut rates, nor can he raise rates. So this was something that we never seen before. So what is he going to do? What is he going to say, right? We don't know. We don't know. So this is what really spooked the markets today, because you have two horrific numbers in the U.S. and there's no good solution to this. There really isn't. So I don't know what he can do. I really don't. You know, the plan was to cut rates to spur up the economy so GDP will go up. But if inflation is going up, that's going to make it worse. So, you know, like really, I don't know what you're going to do if you're Powell. So that's number one, right? Obviously, that's no good. Number two is, you know what? Gary Gensler, Department of Justice, SEC, Department of Justice, FBI, they're all going after privacy coins or privacy services, I should say, right? Department of Justice just shut down Samurai Wallet, right? And before they were going after Tornado Cash, basically privacy services or platforms, okay? And the government does not like that, not one bit, okay? So now, even the FBI is now warning people not to use non-KYC Bitcoin and crypto money transmitting services. What reason do they have? It's like they're already saying all non-KYC exchanges, brokers, wallets, Like, if they don't do KYC, somehow it's illegal, and somehow they're doing bad things. Like, can they do that? I don't know. That's not right. That's not legal, right? So obviously, this is no good too, right? Combined with everything else that SEC is doing, I mean, you got so much going on, right? SEC, you might be wondering, well, what is SEC doing? Well, on top of all this, SEC is trying to declare Ethereum as a security, right? That's why actually Consensus today decided to fight back and sue the SEC because they believe that Gary Gensler is trying to make everything a security, right? So they want some clarity. They want some legal clarity of what's a security, what's not. Is Ethereum a security or not? Remember, Gary Gensler sends a welcome notice to Uniswap. That was just a few days ago. Basically, they're on a mission to try to declare everything that's on top of Ethereum as a security, then hence Ethereum itself as a security, right? So you got that going on too. I mean, on top of everything else, okay, it's rough. That's why things got a little rough today. That's really it. That's really it. And we had 209 million longs liquidated today. Those of you guys that are playing with leverage, you know it's been absolutely horrific. Today was a horrible, absolutely horrible day for me when it comes to leverage. Man, it was just not good, right? So these days, it's getting very scary unless you're absolutely precise with knowing what to do and setting those very tight stop losses. And even then, you get stopped out all the time, right? It's getting very, very tricky and dangerous, so be careful. But anyways, we had 209 million of longs liquidated. That means we had a short squeeze going, right? Or long squeeze going. That's no good. So that added to the sell pressure. Okay, so we had some bad things. We had some bad things happen today. But you know what? Here's the thing. Despite all of these bad things, despite having FUD, uncertainty, and was it despair? No, FUD. FUD, uncertainty, and I forgot what the D was. Despair? Disaster? I forgot what the D was in FUD. I guess I'm a little too drunk tonight. Doubt. That's what it is. Doubt. Thank you. You know, Bitcoin is still doing pretty well. 64,400. It may seem scary. It may seem like, you know, we're down and out. But, you know, like I said this morning, you zoom out and you realize, yeah, we've been here before. We were just here a week ago. We were here 2 weeks ago. We were here 3 weeks ago. Okay. It's not that bad. With everything that's going on, it's still not that bad. And some of the things that are going on only help strengthen Bitcoin's cause, right? D is for depression. You know, inflation, what Powell has to deal with, inflation will help Bitcoin. Inflation makes everything more expensive. So what does that mean? Assets like Bitcoin will be helped by inflation because it's going to make it go up in price. That's why Hashkey Capital Analyst predicts that Bitcoin will still be anywhere from 100,000 to 200,000 by the end of 2024. Not even the end of 2025, end of 2024 because of inflation. Do I disagree? No, it could happen. It could definitely happen, right? And as inflation continues to rise higher, everything will get more expensive. So all your hard-earned cash or fiat, your buying power just diminishes a little bit at a time every single day. Despair actually sounds pretty good, right? Fear, uncertainty, and despair. That's what FUD means. I'm going to use that from now on. You know, so inflation helps Bitcoin, right? That's why there are a lot of people that are buying. Retail investors, for most part, are still buying. At least the long-term holders are. They're still DCAing, right? You got pension funds that's adding Bitcoin ETFs, okay? That's fantastic. Long term, again, nothing outperforms Bitcoin. So that's why pension funds are doing it. You got banks like BNY Mellon is buying Bitcoin, right? And then you got this huge company, this Beck and Bello, which is a huge meat and seafood company with over 1,000. They're serving over 1,000 restaurants. What they're going to do is they're going to take Bitcoin as a payment. They're going to keep 100% of the Bitcoin that they receive a payment. They're going to put that in their treasury, and they're going to convert 20% of their assets into Bitcoin. That's how bullish they are. That's pretty fantastic. That's pretty fantastic. And more companies are starting to realize Bitcoin is the way because they're tired. They're tired of monetary policy, quantitative tightening and easing and inflation and printing and borrowing money and everything else that the government does to take away people's buying power, right? That's why Bitcoin is true. That's why we have it. And that's why more and more people are turning to it. So as for this cycle, here's interesting. There's a double top every cycle. And if you look at our double top, where we are right now, we may have formed the very first one, which also happened in 2017. And it happened in 2013. You know, in 2021, we also had it, but it was a strange time because of FTX and the Fed and everything. But still, we did have it. It just wasn't as pronounced, I guess, as the other cycles where the second top ended up being much higher than the first, right? But if we're mimicking 2017, that means we're just barely taking a break. And then that's when we go higher, right? So that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And this is what also looks like, you know, every cycle peak, right? And what happens after you break the previous peak. This is where we are, and this is where we're going to end up, right? There you go. There you go. And here's something else. Every bull run lasted 800 days. Okay. So according to this person, the top will come in March of 2025. Interesting. Not end of March, not end of 2025, but beginning of 2025. And he believes that it will end up being at 154,000. Interesting. And altcoin season starts 9 months before the top, which means in 3 months' time, in July, that's when altcoin season starts. That's weird because he's starting from a weird time, right? Most people look at it from after the halving event, but this person is looking at it from our, I guess, from our bottom, right? Hey, if Bitcoin ends up to being 150,000 by March of 2025, I would not mind, right? But I think most people are a lot more bullish than that. A lot of people think we're going to hit 150,000 by the end of this year. So I guess we'll see who's right. And of course, you got the big boys like Pantera Capital. They're raising $1 billion for new crypto fund, and they along with all their VCs, they keep on investing. That's fantastic. You got Franklin Templeton. That's also involved, right? They have their own, I mean, they were actually one of the very first, I think they were one of the very first banks to buy Bitcoin and hold it. But they're very involved right now and with Bitcoin and everything else. And looks like they want to they want to get into the tokenization RWA space. That's interesting. That's interesting. And then we got USDT balance, highest in a year. That means a lot of people are buying USDT, right? We keep seeing USDT go up and up and up and up and up. That's because you got a lot of institutions, a lot of companies that are buying it. They're putting on exchanges, waiting for the right time to buy, to pounce, right? That's exactly what's happening. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Overall, I know it could be scary. You know, there's a lot of FUD out there, fear, uncertainty, and despair. But we will get through this. Bitcoin will get through it. It always does. And then it gets a lot better. That's why this is time to be loading up right now. And by the way, let me pull on my X account really quick. Speaking of DCA, how do I go to my profile? Yeah, just so you guys know, because I told you guys I partnered with Bitunix, right? And Bitunix is running something special today, exclusive with just me. In the next 24 hours, okay, if you open up an account and then you make any kind of trade, any trade, within the next 24 hours, you'll get airdrop $20, absolutely free. It's just basically free money, right? Just to encourage people to sign up. Does not mean you have to do crazy leverage trade or anything like that, but just simply opening an account. You're going to get $20 if you make a trade. So it's a good time to be DCAing. The link is in the description. Just to throw that out there. All right. Let's do some Q&A. All right. Let me scroll up here. Let's see if I missed anything. Savage, you need to stop it. I'm not gonna read off what you say anymore. Let's see. I see a lot of people said doubt because I forgot what doubt was, or the D in FUD was. CryptosRUs says, as a 2017 crypto veteran, when George drinks on stream means we're going down, down, down. Now, I'm gonna break that trend tonight. Let's see here. Scrolling. Are you going to renounce your U.S. citizenship because of the bad things the U.S. government is doing? Well, if somehow Powell gets... Well, first of all, it takes a lot. He has to be reelected, which I don't think is going to happen. And second of all, if he somehow implements his new crazy tax plan, which means you'll get taxed 25% on unrealized gains and 44.6% on capital gains, if that happens, then I don't know if I would seriously consider it, but I would consider it. And I don't know where I would go. Anywhere that doesn't have taxes. Something like that. I don't know which countries don't have taxes. Why does NIR tend to rally when crypto is red? I don't think that's actually true. I know you avoid politics. It's clear that one party is against crypto. I don't know if it's one party, but it does seem that way. But, you know, I think overall, the older generation just does not get it, right? Like, the older generation, crypto is just not their thing. And they over-exaggerate all the, you know, the bad things that happen. That's what we need. We need some younger blood. That's the thing. It's like you look at a Congress, you look at our presidents, they're so old. Like, why can't we get some younger blood with fresh ideas that's more in tune with what's going on into politics? It doesn't seem like you see that. It's like everyone in politics are like in their golden years and they should be retiring. I don't get that. I guess there's no one wants to be a politician when they're young. You mean Biden instead of Powell? Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said Biden. Did I say Powell? I'm sorry. Um, Lazaro, I got 10K to deploy, but waiting for FOMC, letting the dust settle. Okay, okay. Like I honestly don't know what Powell is going to do when you got numbers like this. He can't raise rates and he can't cut rates. So I really don't know what he's going to do. Unless he's going to raise rates and give out more stimulus, something like that. That would not help. It would still cause inflation to go up. So when you have slow growth and high inflation, you're really stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what's going to happen, right? And the Middle East, and what's going on in the Middle East too. Are we going to send more money to Israel? What about oil price? Are they gonna go up? If they go up, it's gonna cause everything to go up, meaning inflation's gonna go up, right? I mean, I don't know what Powell's gonna do. I listen while I mow my lawns every day. Glad to hear it. Michael, appreciate that. Dude, just talking about cocking you. What do you want to know? You see right here, they're actually having their spaces. I never joined one of their spaces before. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to be president, and even if I was, I would never want to be president. I would not want that kind of pressure or scrutiny. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. You heard bond cut supply news today? No, not something I heard today. 10% of the world's population will move to crypto-friendly countries. I hope so. I hope so. Print more, only thing they ever do. I mean, you can't print more money at this point. You print more money, you give it to people, they start buying things. What is that going to do? Cause inflation to go up. That's not what they want, right? So I don't know how you spur up the economy without making inflation go upwards. If someone can figure that out, let me know. I don't know what you're supposed to do in this case. Singapore has zero capital gains tax, including crypto. See, it seems like the two cities or countries that people should go to is either Singapore or Dubai. It seems like those two are like neck and neck, right? So they both have zero capital gains tax. I think Dubai has zero income tax altogether. People love going to both. I hear Singapore is more business related, Dubai is more fun. But it's easier to start a business in Dubai versus Singapore. But I hear lovely things about both. I would think like if you want to move somewhere that's really crypto friendly and overall really nice place to live, it would be one of those two. I don't know if Dubai is really nice to live. I don't know. And I've never been to Singapore. I just know it's impossible to get to Singapore from where I am. It's like a 23-hour flight, which I did not look forward to. I have a feeling a big takeoff is coming. It's going to come. It's going to come. It's just a matter of when, not if, right? Thoughts on FOMO, father and meme? Well, there's not much to say about it. It isn't doing much right now. I think Singapore is much safer. Is it? Dubai is pretty safe too. What's the current Bitcoin altcoin ratio of our portfolio be? I think you're asking, okay. 50, 25, 25. 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in big caps, 25% in everything else. But outside your portfolio, you should have some cash. 20, 25, 30% cash. Dubai is hard to live if the weather's too hot. I would think in Singapore it gets very humid and hot too. You could drink in Dubai if you're a foreigner in certain bars, but for the most part it's a dry country. So I guess that's something that Singapore has an advantage of over Dubai. Unless Singapore is also a dry country, which I don't think it is. I was just in Dubai. It was not 110 degrees. It was like 85 degrees. But maybe because the flooding cooled things off. And you can drink alcohol in Dubai if you're a foreigner. So if you're in a hotel that's not a dry hotel and you're a foreigner, you could drink. But I think if you're a citizen, you cannot. Man, I got so wrecked with leverage today. I guess, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. But I want to throw a long right now. I don't know if it's a good idea. If you're looking at the charts right now, you're looking at the indicators. If you're looking at like the 15-minute on the upswing, looks pretty good. On the 1 hour, RSI is turning up. MACD is going down a little bit. It could swing upwards or it could swing downwards. It's a tough call. It looks like it wants to swing upwards. 4 hours is definitely swinging upwards. You can see MACD is turning light red. Stochastic is going upwards. Food in Singapore is yummy. I'm assuming if you like Asian food, Singapore food is going to be better. But you know what? To be fair, in Dubai, they have food. They have really good food everywhere. They had good Chinese food. They had good American food, good Italian food. Good everything. Uh, Hiratas, Hiratas. I was first to hype. I was first to type doubt while playing Helldivers 2. Do I get any sats? I'm kidding. Thanks for all the hope through the years. Well, thank you for that. Um, but no, I don't have any sats to give. What did you learn about Sui in Paris? Bullish? Here's one thing I learned about Sui. Very game focused. Way more game focused than I expected. Okay. They have a ton of games. Even Baby Shark. Those of you guys that are parents, you know about Baby Shark. I don't know. There was a company there that produced a Baby Shark game. I don't know if they're officially licensed or from the company or they just copyright. I mean, they just stole it. I don't know, but there were a ton of gaming projects there. So that's surprising. Also, they have a few dexes. They're ex-Facebook guys that started it, right? So they and Aptos have the same language. I forgot what language, but Move, I think. So a lot of developers move from like Sui and Aptos around, but they do have a vibrant gaming community, which is again surprising. Bogdan says I would choose Dubai because they're closer to me. Hey, isn't the Lakers playing today? They better not lose. They should have won last game and they lost. So they should not lose today. If they lose today, then the series is over. But I really hope LeBron could win one more ring. But I don't think it's going to happen. He's just getting too old. And not enough support. Lazaro, well, you're a genius, so I'll just give you a plus. A thumbs up plus. I will be going to Singapore for Token 2049 later this year. But I don't enjoy the. I'm not going to enjoy the trip because there's no direct flights and I have to stop somewhere and it's like 23 hours, and the cost of the plane ticket is quite expensive. But here's something cool. I took Emirates on the way back, and I wanted to get that first class experience because everyone's talking about how good it is and stuff. So I paid 10 grand for my flight back from Dubai to where I am, right? It was a 14-hour flight. If you go Emirates first class or business class, first of all, you have, well, at least first class, they pick you up with a car, but somehow for me, they didn't because of the flooding, so I'm supposed to get a credit or whatever. And that's to the airport and from your local airport back to your house. So that's a bonus. Number two, when you check in, they have a special terminal just for first class and business class. So you don't have to be with all the peasants and wait like 2 hours to get in. You go in really quick. And then once you get in, first class, there's in the airport, first class is it's like the fourth floor. The entire floor is like seating area, lounge, restaurant, spa, everything like that. And you have your own gate for every plane. So you don't even have to go down really. Business class has their own lounge. I don't know how it's like, but the first class one was really good. And then flying back, I was in my own pod, so to speak. And you get served unlimited food. And they're all like Michelin star food. And it's really good. First time I tried caviar, and I actually did like it. So that's pretty cool. I would never in a million years try caviar, but I did. Had a glass of Don Perignon, and like anything you want, they have. And I was like constantly eating because I was bored. So it was very enjoyable. Those of you guys that have a chance to ever try it, do so. Yeah, it's not for everyone, and I'm not saying we'll be fine first class. I mean, that's first class, not business class. Most planes just have business class, so it's way more. But if you ever get an opportunity to try it, it's worth it. It's like really nice. Sorry, I was making a joke. I was making a joke about the peasants. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Let's see, super chat. Hi there, for Rico from Uruguay. What are your thoughts on Velo? What is your favorite altcoin? I don't really have a favorite altcoin. Supercharged money, velocity, connecting business and individuals with global proof of funds to supercharge velocity of money. Okay. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what this means. Some kind of way. Is this like the rebranded AMP or something? It sounds like it's just a way to. It's like a payment service for businesses, something like that. I don't know. It was a joke, guys. Come on. But if you want some free money, go ahead and where's my account? Go ahead and sign up Bitunix, make a trade, and you'll get airdrop $20, right? Make you feel good. There you go, get some money. So make sure you do that. Only within the next 24 hours. Actually, yes. Actually, it's only for the next 3 hours. I just realized. Thoughts on is it Caspa when they roll out smart contracts? I didn't know they didn't have smart contracts. I thought they were a smart contracts layer 1 already. Or is that a different one, just CASP? No, it's Caspa. Yeah, I didn't know they didn't have smart contracts. But 2 of the Caspa miners are fighting the next IFC. That's exciting. Tech Hustler and Tactical. So root for them if you guys are Caspa fans. Okay, guys. I think it's enough for tonight. HOKK Hokkaido Inu 3 million. I'm assuming this is a meme coin. The next Floki for this run. Yeah, I don't know about that. Some kind of Vitalik's betrayal and they're coming back, whatever. They're just way too serious for a meme. If you're a meme, you gotta be like more lighthearted, not so serious. I don't know the backstory, but yeah, not something I won't get involved with. All right, guys. So stay strong, my friends. Don't let the FUD get to you. We're always gonna have new FUD. So stay strong, stay focused, continue DCA, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And since it's going to be Friday, it's going to be a lot better, hopefully. All right, have a good one. Take care.